Well, I did not expect to be making this video this late at night, but, I've got to make this video because it's almost, like, necessary for everybody that plays Call of Duty, that watches any creator. I think, as a creator, I have a duty to inform the community, um, and also give my opinion on what I think on certain situations. And today is one of those situations that really fucking sucks. And that is Season 2 is not going to save MW2. And I'm just going to be upfront. For multiplayer especially, Season 2 is going to be a huge fucking letdown. If you haven't seen the roadmap yet, I'm going to tell you it is super disappointing. There's not 4 maps. And what's even worse is that they give us 2 maps. And we're going to get them both on launch of Season 2 on the 15th. But one of the maps is Museum that was in the beta that got taken out of the game for apparently legal reasons. I've heard it was for legal reasons. And apparently that got figured out and it's coming back. But they're basically like, they're bringing that back and saying that's a map that's new. They didn't say it's new, but that's kind of how they're advertising. It's like, hey, look, this is a new map. No, it's like, this is from the beta. Like, they didn't advertise like that, but they're like using it as if it was a new map when it's not a new map. It's a map that was in the beta. Like, that shouldn't even be like extra content. That's content that should have been in the game months ago. Like, months and months ago, that map should have came like back, but it's like, at least that got figured out. But that should be like a bonus, for all the bullshit we've been going through when you play MP. And now, on top of that, the other map is Dome, which thank God we got a map that is, like, people are saying it's not original. Yeah, it's not original, but it's fucking Dome, dude, and at least it's like something sort of new. Like, somewhat. I know it's not new, it's remastered, but it's like, I'm just glad it fucking wasn't, like, shipment or fucking, like, a map that we've seen a bunch of times. So, like, at least, I mean, we kind of have seen it, so it kind of does suck, too, but it's like, at least it's fucking something, that's something. I'm happy about Dome, but I'm just, like, there's not 4 multiplayer maps. We're getting, like, all these game modes, but they should have been in the game at launch. Like, I think all the party game modes should, from now on, always be in the game. As soon as the game launches, there should be no, like, but we're going to add it later, because that's basically the bullshit they fucking do. And they're like, we're going to add fucking infected months down the line when it should have been in the game as soon as the game dropped. Like, and, like, what else are we getting? I'm not talking about, like, Warzone or DMZ, first off. I will, but I'm talking about multiplayer. Oh, we're getting, like, 5 weapons, so that's considerable. Like, 5 weapons is really, really good. I'm happy with 5 new weapons, though. But I'm really pissed about the maps, because the maps are a priority. Like, the maps in this game have really not been the best, all of them. There's a lot of maps in this game that aren't fun to play. That when I get that map, I just want to, there's a couple that I literally get and I want to back out immediately because I don't even want to play them, but I'll play them anyways sometimes. But there's days when I don't want to, and I'll just back out of the lobby because it's a fucking terrible map. So it's like, for them not to think that they need to not add any new maps right now, it's concerning. Because it's like, we kind of need a brand new map right now, or at least 2. But we needed like 2 remasters and 2 new maps every season. I think that would have been the best way to go. And I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's the studio, like, I don't know if it's the publisher, the developer. I don't know. Like, I'm not in their fucking room talking to them and, like, solving all their problems and whatever. But I'm just saying, like, I'm really tired of it. As somebody that really likes multiplayer and hasn't really been into Warzone 2 at all, I'm kind of pissed. I'm not even kind of, I'm really pissed off. Like, I don't understand what the disconnect is between like the player base and Infinity Ward, or the player base and Activision. Activision, I know what the disconnect is because they don't give a fuck. But it's like I feel like Infinity Ward doesn't give a fuck. That's what I feel like, and that's you're not gonna change. You can say anything you want in the comment section, but it's not gonna change my mind on. I don't think they give a fuck anymore because they're not adding anything substantial to multiplayer. Like, new guns is the only good thing we're getting this season, and I praise them for that. But also, that's content that goes into Warzone. All they care about is Warzone 2. That's not what the game was built on, okay? That's not what the franchise, I mean. That franchise was not built on fucking Warzone. It was built on multiplayer. And the other problem is they're spreading everything too thin. Like, they have too many modes. And that's causing everybody to be, like, not happy. Like, I know people like Warzone, and that's cool for you. But I'm even going to give Warzone 2 another shot when Resurgence comes back and everything. But it's like, even the people in Warzone are feeling like they're just getting shafted too. Even the people playing DMZ feel like they're getting shafted because they're just like spread so thin. They have so many different modes that there's not enough content every season for each mode. If you're not playing everything, you're just kind of feeling like you're getting shafted. And it's at the point where I'm fucking like tired of playing Call of Duty, and I was really hoping like this season would make me want to play the game more, because like I upload a lot of Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty for years and years and years, but it's like I kind of fucking don't want to play Call of Duty. There's other games out there right now that I'm playing that have way more content, that have way bigger plans and way bigger seasons. Like, look at Apex Legends right now. They're about to have one of the best seasons I think the game's ever gonna have. Like, they're resetting everything. So you gotta understand that the competition's outdoing you as well when you're fucking up. Like, I'm very much going to be playing other games this season, and like way more than I will be playing Call of Duty. And that's not like just me speaking out my ass. Like, that's a fucking fact, because I'm not gonna be playing a ton of multiplayer and shit. I'm gonna try Warzone 2 and see if I can fucking get on the hype of Warzone 2. I just never have been, like, I enjoy Warzone for what it is, but I've never, like, fucking loved it, because they just, Warzone kind of is, it makes me a little salty, because they always get the most attention, and that's not how it should fucking be. I think that everybody should get equal attention, like all modes. Like, I think even DMZ deserves more love than it's been getting. Because DMZ is a great fucking idea. It's a great fucking mode. But like I've been saying in my streams, every time I play, like I'll get on and I'm like, well, I just don't play DMZ because DMZ doesn't have enough offering for me to like have content to make, and it just doesn't. It doesn't have enough content to keep me satiated. So I just don't play it, and it gets boring after you play like a match or two. And that's just me, but I'm just really upset and really like, I don't know if Mw2 is gonna make a comeback now, because I was really like, oh, season 2, season 2, I'll wait till season 2 and see what's happening, what the roadmap's looking like. Like, is the roadmap looking good, or is the roadmap complete shit? And it's like, well, they released the roadmap and it's complete dog shit. It's like, the only good thing we're getting is Resurgence. And I don't even fucking, like I said, I haven't even been playing Warzone 2, but that's the only good thing that I'm actually like, yeah, that's good. There's fucking Resurgence. But Call of Duty right now is just a fucking on the struggle bus. I don't know what is happening behind the scenes, but something's going on, and like, there's something that's going on, because it just doesn't feel like everything's going right, if you get what I'm saying. Like, there's something happening right now. So I hope that everything fixes itself and they figure everything out. But you just don't know. Like, I don't know, and that's really concerning, because I love this game, and as a person that likes making content and wants to do this for a while, it is concerning that one of the games that I want to play it's just not doing well at all, and it's really not enjoyable right now. And it doesn't have enough content to keep me, like, engaged. Like, even on a personal level of, like, I'm not just playing this for, like, the point of work and for videos. I'm playing this as like also for fun. Like it doesn't even keep me like, oh yeah, I'm enjoying this like when I'm off. I don't even play when I'm off camera, like, because it's like I play that enough, and it's like it's not worth my time to put in extra time in a game that isn't adding fucking anything new. They kind of just are doing the same. It feels like MW19 but worse. That's the best way I can describe it. It feels like MW19 but worse. Because there's a lot of good things about MW19, but MW2 is just like, I don't understand what the problem is. But I'm just hoping that Season 3 or Season 4, maybe they can make a comeback. But even now, Season 2 was really the fucking season that had to be a banger. And that could change. I'm like, this game could make it, but right now it's super fucking dry. It's going to be more dry. We're going to get like a couple things, which that's good. You know, we're going to get something at least, but it's still going to be really dry for a long time. There'll be like new weapons and shit at least, but it's just going to be like a struggle this whole year, I feel like, for multiplayer and for anything but Warzone. I feel like Warzone will slowly get more and more attention again, but I don't fucking think it deserves to get the most attention or any of that, but it probably will. It's just, I don't want to make this video, you know? I don't want to sit here and talk shit about a franchise that I've played for 10, like, I've played Call of Duty since I was like fucking 10 years old. I played Call of Duty for like 10 years now. It's like, I don't want to sit here and shit on a franchise that I've loved for years and years and years of my life. Like, the background gameplay right now is me playing an older Call of Duty. Like, because I love Call of Duty. It's just that this year's Call of Duty, it was so good when it launched. It was almost unbelievable how good it was on launch. And I think that was the expectations after launch of how good the game launched. Like, yes, there's bugs, yes, there's problems, but the game was good when it launched. The way the game fundamentally is, like, the gunplay is very good. The gameplay is good for what it is. There is some issues I have with gameplay, but it's good. It's just that they aren't adding enough fucking shit, and they didn't add enough to multiplayer this whole fucking year. Like, even when the game launched, there was, like, less maps than fucking, like, Vanguard. Like, there's less maps than, I don't even, it may have been any other Call of Duty ever. And no, I think No, I think World War II was like the least maps ever, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm like overthinking this, but it is definitely though one of the like lowest amount of multiplayer maps to ever fucking. That just blows my mind that like this game made the most money out of any Call of Duty, but it's having the worst DLC cycle out of any Call. Like, I don't know what fucking happened, but it's just like, it feels like Activision like took our money and just dipped. That's all I gotta say about that. It just feels like Activision was just like, yeah, whatever. We took all their money. Like, and I'm not talking about the developers. I'm talking about the publisher. I'll talk shit about Activision until I fucking die, dude. Like, Activision is just not the fucking greatest company. Especially with everything going on in the fucking headquarters that we know about that's really fucked up. So, but I just hope that things get better. That's all I can really say. There's nothing positive really I can say about Call of Duty right now. I just hope Season 3 and Season 4 really bring me back into the loop and like are really good. I'm still gonna love Call of Duty. I'm still gonna play as much as I can, but it's just like I'm not gonna play as much as I was. Definitely not. Like, I was really banking on. It's like Apex. I was banking on Season 16 and I was banking on Season 2 for COD, and you know what? Apex lived up to the hype. Apex actually broke my expectations. Like, Apex does, dude, I want to make a video about how good Apex Season 16 is. It might even be called Chapter 2. So, like, I'm super excited for Apex, and, like, I'm going to be playing a ton of fucking Apex on my channel, because it's, like, I play a couple different games, and Apex is just, like, they know what they're fucking doing. They had a really dry season, but now they're going to have a fucking huge-ass season that's going to be great, and I'm just, like, over the moon about it. But obviously, Call of Duty is not. So, with that said, I hope y'all can just don't be like depressed or sad. Every game has especially every franchise, dude. Every franchise has bad years and has bad, like, there's fucking great games that have terrible DLC cycles, and there's great games. I mean, there's terrible games that have great DLC cycles where they fix everything. Like Battlefront 2, they launched in a terrible fucking state. It was fucking trash, and then they fixed a lot of things over time. But it's kind of the opposite with the fucking Mw2. But we'll just see what happens. The Beast says peace.